Pro Boxing Fans here with Declan Geraghty. Declan, how you keeping?
Good, all good, mate. Press conference out of the way.
Press conference out of the way indeed. At the presser, in fact, you said you were a mad Irishman who's here to fight. How are you going to spoil his party?
Should have said I'm a fucking mad Irishman, not that I'm just an Irishman. Yeah, I'm here to spoil the whole big thing, Frank Gordon's party. Unfortunately, it's a silly task in hand you have. This is not looking at anything past Archie. He's a good boxer, but I'm very confident with preparation. Always confident with my boxing ability. Preparation for camp's gone brilliant, so I'm really looking forward to the Friday night.
You also said you're going to see what he's made of. What do you think he's made of?
I don't know, he's a good boxer. I'm not going to take away he's a good boxer. He hasn't really, the two boys he's fought haven't been really great opposition, like fantastic opposition, so you don't know what he's made of, but like anything else, you could step up to the mark and we'll see what happens, you know what I mean? I just know what I bring to the table. I see what I do every day in and out of the gym. I know how good I am, so that's why I'm confident. He probably the exact same, which I do believe is the same. He's confident, he's not a big talker, kind of just, he's a quiet lad. Like I don't dislike him, but I don't also like him.
What I imagine is not going to be quiet is the small army that you said you're going to bring over. How important is it, your fan base? How important is that to you, and what difference is that going to make on fight night?
Yeah, that's I don't really worry about who's there and who's not there, but for 70 people coming over from Ireland, it's a good load, you know what I mean? So I'm looking forward to it, you know what I mean? I'm looking forward to having familiar faces in the crowd, but at the end of the day, they ain't going to make no difference.
He's overcome the likes of McCrory and Woodstock. Do you rate those victories?
No, like I said, I'm not going to take none away from the two boys. They're professional boxers. Anyone deserves credit for being in this job because trust me, it's a hard job. It's just that like Woodstock, I don't really know him. I've never sparred him. I've seen that fight with him and Archie, and seen one or two fights before that. He's not great, Woodstock, without being disrespectful. That's my opinion. Probably thinks the same about me. And then Jordan's the same thing. About them are just come forward fighters that easy to make them do what you want them to do.
You said that there was or it was made reference to that there was some consideration that you might actually leave the sport at one point. What were the reasons behind that? Like, what's occurred that made that sort of come about?
Well, I'm a 12-time national champion, world Europeans. I've done a lot as an amateur. The first fight with John, I got disqualified, which I was winning the fight handy. I lost the tennis in where I was winning the fight. The referee stopped one. I actually had an argument with the referee after that. My head was clear, why would you stop it? I understand I got put down that round, but I got put down the third round. I got up and boxed the ears off him. I got me going, and it was only 5 seconds to go. So he went on the world title, fought Jono again. A lot of things went wrong. In fairness, Jono beat me. The referee stopped it, but I never once gave up in there. And the Marco was just blessed. Marco probably personally came out. All of them are doing. I wish he does well, but Marco was blessed. And then they lose the 3 fighters there, which I think all 3 would believe that I am better boxing wise than I'm a better boxer than them. And then it's a hard game, you know what I mean?
It sounds like you grew a little bit of disillusion with the sport. Maybe did you lose a bit of motivation with it, or?
Do you know what? I actually went over to spar Mick after I lost to John, and I was considering kind of packing in, and I was kind of overweight, not fit. I went to spar Mick, and Mick was Olympian and actually gave as good as I got over there. And McConnell and I gave as good as I got over in Adam Booth's gym. Like, we had good spars and they wanted me to come back, and I said, you know what, it's not like I'm silly and I'm believing my own hype and saying I'm this, but I'm not really that, with some boxers do. I actually am very gifted at boxing. I'm just a natural boxer, and you'll see Friday night, so you'll see why I believe I can still win so much.
How difficult was it to bring yourself back and get yourself in condition and get yourself motivated to come back? Because it sounds like you got to the point where you were like, well, I don't know whether I want to continue or not. What was the switch in your head that got you going again?
It's been hard always, but the only thing is that it's just because I know how good of a boxer I am. That's the only reason. It's just if I wasted this talent, it's going to be in years to come, I'll cry about it, you know what I mean? Why not give it one more shot? Because, like I said, I actually am talented. I actually am a gifted boxer, and everyone who talks about me will say the same thing, you know what I mean? So I knocked on this door long enough, it's going to open Friday night.
You've got a huge opportunity to showcase the skills that you clearly have. How important is this fight to you?
Yeah, it's massive importance. It's all or nothing for me, you know what I mean? Like, I 100% believe I'm going to win. I'm a massive underdog, so I would say he's champion. I'm coming to his backyard. I'm coming off one last fight, but I'm coming off a fight before that, a loss. So it's I don't really give a fuck, man. I just know what I bring to the table, and I'm not afraid of anyone at super featherweight. I'm not I'm not afraid of anyone. I'm a massive rangy southpaw who likes to fight. I'm entertaining, I can talk, I can box. I'll sit in that pocket and fight away with people when it has to be fighting. I just really don't give a fuck. I enjoy boxing. That's the main thing.
Appreciate your honesty. Is good stuff. Finally, right, we're finishing a little bit more light-hearted. So I'm going to fire some stuff at you. Just give me the first thing that comes to your head, all right? So, best way to deal with a Twitter troll?
Give them stick back and ask them what address they live in and say we'll walk up and have a chat about it.
Favourite song to get you for a workout?
Celine Dion.
Which one?
I don't know, there's a few like ones.
Interesting. What advice would you give yourself 5 years ago?
To settle down and be a good boy.
Won't ask any more questions about that.
That's what I've done now, so it's alright. I've learned 5 years later, I've settled down. I'm a good boy, loved up now. I should have done it 5 years ago.
Good lad. Would you crave during training camp?
Chipper. I'm a fat fuck. I'm naturally a fat fuck. You'd be surprised how fat I am. I eat probably, usually, like, after this I'll have sometimes 2 takeaways most days.
What job would you be if you weren't a boxer?
Pilot. I'm looking into a pilot course now.
Talk to us a little bit about that. I can't not ask you about that.
My girlfriend got me I've always wanted to do a pilot. She got me to fly a plane. I've sat down with the owner of the place. We're going to work something out, and I'm going to start a course the week after this fight.
And just finally, and so you... Did you say pilot then?
Pilot.
It was a pilot.
Yeah.
Oh, what you said?
Fly a plane, pilot.
Yeah. And just to touch on that thing, what is this? What could this win do for your career? Where could it propel you? Just to use a little pilot reference there.
Just a win in general. It's important. It's Archie's a good name. He's in the top 10 of in Britain for the underage. The prospects coming up ranked in the top 10. He's a massive name. Like he's just not. I think he thinks he's a little bit of a celebrity. I think the way he goes on a little bit. He's quiet. He's not a big talker, but he is a good boxer, and I do expect a hard fight for it.
And very finally, tell us how you're going to win Friday night.
Just tune in, mate. Tune in, but it's gonna be sexy.
Declan Geraghty, thanks for speaking to Pro Boxing fans.
Thank you very much. Thanks
brother.